Detroit basketball.
Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we have to talk about last night's game against the Chicago Bulls, where the Detroit Pistons played terrible. Not Killian Hayes, not Dwayne Casey, not anyone in particular. The Detroit Pistons as a team played terrible. I just don't understand the fan base right now. Their expectations are just off with this team currently, and the things they decide to criticize are just off, in my personal opinion. This was a team loss, not a one-person blame game loss. Out of Saddiq Bey, Kelly Olynyk, and Trey Lyles, the rest of the team either played poorly or average at best. This was a complete team loss. So let's get into this game, man. So first, I want you guys to understand the expectations of this team, because some people have their minds warped and have higher expectations than they should for this team. I told you guys that we would start the season out 0-4. We are going up against teams that are legit playoff contenders. The Chicago Bulls are going to make the playoffs, guaranteed. They are a legit basketball team. The scoring power of the Chicago Bulls between Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Caruso off the bench, Vucevic, the Chicago Bulls are a legit playoff team, whereas we are the Detroit Pistons, a young, rebuilding team. People are forgetting that we have the fourth youngest team in the NBA. Fourth youngest. Killian Hayes is 20 years old and only in his second year in the NBA. Saddiq Bey, second year in the NBA. Isaiah Stewart, second year in the NBA. Frank Jackson is under 25 years old. Josh Jackson is under 25 years old. Hamidou Diallo. We are an extremely young team right now. The expectation should not be playoffs or even playing around. Yes, you should always strive and try to be the best that you could possibly be, but at the end of the day, you should understand that this Pistons team is nowhere near ready to be in the playoffs right now, and is a 10th seed at best, as I've said multiple times in the past. 35 wins at best. So I don't get the uproar of people being overly upset right now. I tried to tell you guys that this team is a young, rebuilding team trying to improve and grow so that we can be better in the future. Right now, we don't need to be getting upset with these losses. This is something that our young players will take and grow from. So that was my first point, man. The expectations for Pistons fans right now are a little bit off. You need to understand that this is a young, rebuilding team who will have multiple nights like this where we're going to get destroyed by other teams, especially a playoff contender like the Chicago Bulls. Now, the next thing that I want to get to is Killian Hayes, man. The Killian Hayes hate crowd needs to stop. This young man is 20 years old, entering his second year in the NBA, which I do not even consider his second year in the NBA. This is virtually still his rookie season. He has not even played 30 total games yet in the entirety of his short basketball career. He is coming off of an injury. He was there with Frank Jackson and Cade Cunningham. Those guys had injuries right before preseason started or during preseason. So Killian is coming off of that injury, along with last year having that major injury. And he's also a young guard trying to adjust to the NBA. I do not understand the hatred for him right now. The people who are saying G League or this bust talk, these are the same people who were hating on Lonzo Ball. You saw what Lonzo Ball did last night. Played good on defense, playmate for the Chicago Bulls, scored the ball every now and then. But was this the same Lonzo Ball that we seen a few years ago in the LA Lakers when he was taken number 2 overall and Magic Johnson said that his name would be retired in the Raptors? No, that Lonzo Ball on the Lakers had a really bad rookie season and struggled, and people were criticizing him, if you guys remember. But look at him now. Lonzo Ball is a pretty solid player. He never became the superstar or star that some people thought, but Lonzo Ball is a really solid player. And I'm thinking the same type of thing with Killian Hayes right now. He is extremely young. He has had his struggles in the past. He did not have a good rookie season in the NBA, and so far his second year has been a struggle as well. But am I ready to give up on a 20-year-old point guard who has playmaking potential, who's over 6'5" as a point guard and is a really good defender and someone who wants to put in the work? No, I am not about to give up on that. So please stop attacking Killian and going after him. Give this man some time. I understand that it is frustrating right now to not see the scoring from him and not see the immediate success, but these types of things take time. Lonzo Ball didn't come along playing amazing in the NBA. He had his nights every now and then in his rookie season where he would play well, but for the most part, during his rookie year, Lonzo Ball played pretty bad. But eventually he pulled it together. So I'm thinking the same thing with Killian, man. So that was my second point. Stop attacking Killian Hayes. Leave this man alone. I understand you can criticize him constructively, but badgering him and constantly attacking him is not helping anyone. Give him some time to grow. Next, I got to get to Coach Dwayne Casey, man. I don't really understand some of the things that he did tonight. Again, putting Frank Jackson on Zach LaVine doesn't really make sense to me. In my personal opinion, I believe it should be Killian Hayes who should have guarded Zach LaVine and put Frank Jackson on Lonzo Ball. I understand the height difference, but still, with Killian being our best guard defender on the floor last night, you should have put him on Zach LaVine. And then also, outside of that coaching decision, stuff that Dwayne Casey did in that third and fourth quarter were kind of weird to me. Like, if the team is getting blown out and we know that we're not going to win this basketball game, we know that we're not a playoff team this year, why is he playing the veterans over the young guys? You know, Saban Lee, Luka Garza, they should have gotten a game a lot sooner. Why didn't I see more of Hamidou Diallo last night? Why didn't I see more of Josh Jackson? If I remember correctly, Killian Hayes only had 19 minutes on the night. Now, I guess they could be precautious with him because of his previous injury history, but at the same time, if we're getting absolutely destroyed by the Chicago Bulls because they went on a run in that third quarter and they played well in the fourth quarter as well. If the Bulls are absolutely destroying us, Dwayne Casey, I don't understand why you would leave someone like Corey Joseph in or put in Rodney McGruder when you could have stuck in Killian Hayes or Saban Lee or Hamidou Diallo or Luka Garza. Put those guys in the game more. We only saw a small portion of Saban, a small portion of Luka, and then not enough, in my opinion, of Killian Hayes. So, Coach Casey, I don't really understand those things from you tonight, man. Now, next, we just have to talk about the team part of this loss. The lack of shooting, the turnovers, everything. You know, Saddiq Bey, as much as I love him, he had a career high for him last night in terms of rebounds. But Saddiq, even he is not shooting the ball good right now. And Saddiq is a great three-point shooter. When one of our guys who's one of our best, if not the best shooter on this team is struggling, and then you look at the other guys and they're also struggling as well, that's not a recipe for success. This team all around is struggling to shoot the ball right now. Maybe it's rust because the season just started, I don't know. But I'm hoping that they eventually pick that up down the line. The shooting slump that we have in these first two games did cost us. And then also tonight, I just want to mention the turnovers, man. Absolutely disgusting play of basketball, turning the ball over constantly. Again, young team, I'm not going to kill them or anything like that. This is a developmental year. They're going to go through these growing pains, but the turnovers from these guys tonight was just tough to watch, man. And then now I guess I want to get to a few more positives. As I mentioned, Saddiq Bey, pretty good night and a new career high in terms of rebounds. And he also made a record because he became the first player to have a new career high milestone or something like that since Grant Hill. I don't remember the specifics of the new record that he set, but he set some type of record, and the last person to do that was Grant Hill. Kelly Olynyk, I really like some of the play from him tonight. He made a few three-pointers. He was attacking and being aggressive, going to the hole. So I did like what I seen from Kelly Olynyk. You know, he was one of the few guys who kind of kept us alive. And then Trey Lyles, the man who really did keep us alive, hit three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer in that third quarter, who just stopped the bleeding because it was getting really bad at one point. We eventually went on an 18-0 run because of him. So thank Trey for not making this lead worse than it should have been. As I said earlier, a little bit out of Saban Lee, a little bit out of Luka Garza. Didn't see too much from those guys. Isaiah Stewart, early in the game, he went immediately after Vucevic, but he began to quiet down as the game went on. So to wrap up this video, I just want to say that this was a team loss overall. The Pistons played terrible as a team. This is not a one-man blame game. This blame goes all around. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 3K, and let's prepare for our next ball game.